So yesterday in the Blue Mountains, a 32-year-old man, and let's make the point, 32 years old, fell 8 metres to a rock ledge, severely injuring himself and requiring the help and assistance of a rescue team of up to 40 people. These included officers from the Wildlife and Parks Management, the local police area command, rescue teams having to abseil down the cliff, a helicopter. He was taken to Westmead Hospital and was still in there this morning being treated for his injuries. Here is what he was doing. So, as I said, he was 32 years old. Can you believe it?
Well, what were you doing when you were 32? Because I had an executive position at this radio station, was looking at buying a house, getting married, doing all those sorts of things that you do, and that was a bit late in life. But you
mortgage, three jobs, 2 kids at home, 1 toddler, 1 going to school.
There you go.
I was actually being an adult.
That's right, 32 years old as an adult. Now you look at that image, that is extraordinary stupidity. There's 2 points here. Complete stupidity, and we see it everywhere. This is an extreme version of it. But people who think they're going to get a kick by jumping on a skateboard and riding down a city street.
Holding onto the back of the bus?
Yeah, with no helmet on. And if they then get injured, ambulances, traffic chaos, maybe helicopters come in. You mentioned 40 people involved there. So the cost of helping this person in terms of the resources that would have had to go in there would have been enormous. And then, of course, the use of the helicopter, police rescue and other things, if they're there dealing with that, well, there may be something else where someone has just been an accident and there'll be a delay in getting them to something where it hasn't been the result of someone's complete stupidity.
So, instant radio solution. A solution for this problem, make them pay. It's a user pay system. So if you want to ride or float your kayak and canoe across the Tasman, if you want to go from Sydney to New Zealand, if you want to go ride a solo yacht trip around the world and you get lost and something happens to you, then that's okay. We're human beings. We're humanitarian, aren't we? We want to see you saved, but you should foot the bill. So if you want to jump off the hanging rock at the Blue Mountains, hanging by the thread of a rope, and put your life at risk and the lives of those others who then have to come and rescue you, put those lives at risk as well, then you should have to foot the bill. So let's say 30 or 40 people turn up at the Blue Mountains yesterday, a lot of diversion of resources, as John's just said. I reckon that bill would come to roughly about $20,000 or $30,000. I think that's a fair enough fee to charge.
And even if you don't present them with a $30,000 or $40,000 bill on the spot, you might have a system, like a hex system, where you say, okay, you now owe the government $30,000 to $40,000. You can pay it back at a concessional interest rate, 4 or 5%, whatever it might be, over a period of time. There it is.
It's really simple. It's really simple. Now, you might think that I'll have a listen to these 2 bald-headed old fogies going on about young people having fun and adrenaline kicks.
He's not young, he's 32.
But that's the thing. I've got no problem. If you want to do stuff like that, do it. Whatever gets your goat going, that's fine. Jump off a cliff. Jump off the top of a tall building if you want and use a parachute. If that's what really tickles you up, you should do it. But be prepared to pay, because I don't want my dollars going along to support your little hobby and your pastime. Okay?
Or you could get yourself on the net and you think to yourself, all right, I could throw myself off a cliff and risk my life, or I can go up to one of the fun parks on the Gold Coast, or any of the fun parks, maybe if you want to go for a huge, and ride one of the roller coasters, or get one of these things where they throw you off of a building in a controlled atmosphere where there are people there and security people around.
Just do the most logical thing of all. Get yourself a job at Google, and then you can do dangerous things like riding your skateboard to work through Sydney streets.
What? You're bagging them now, eh?
But everyone who goes to Google, works at Google, they ride their skateboard to work. And if you're riding a skateboard in Sydney streets, that's pretty dangerous as it is.
And if we find them, maybe we can actually get out of Google the money that they don't
pay in tax.
Oh,
but that's for another day.
We may have solved the big problem here. Yeah, okay.